rules don't apply. You can just fucking scream at everybody. It's the Ellen thing. You
Yeah.
know? You're the one in control of everything.
Right.
You could just fire people on a whim. You know, you want to be feared.
Well, I think it was like part of it was like Lizzo was like these girls they're like her too. It's weird. It's weird to have a bunch of people that are very much like you, and that might be another layer of weirdness too.
Didn't you ever watch that New Jersey reality show? What's that called?
Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I've watched, of course.
They're all real similar to each other.
Yeah, they're a problem too. I wouldn't. Would you want to go on the Jersey Shore tour?
Who got one of those guys got nabbed for tax evasion, right?
Yeah, he's fine. He got out.
He got out.
He got
right?
out of it. He made a mistake. People make mistakes.
It is a weird one, like a lot of these.
He got a hair gel endorsement. And he didn't.
A lot of these
disclose
folks
it.
get wrapped up in like fraud schemes and shit.
Well, I think you go from having no money to money, and then you go, what the hell do I do with it? And do I have to pay all of these taxes?
Didn't those folks on the New Jersey Housewives? Didn't the Italian guy got deported?
Yes.
That was a
yeah, 'cause you didn't pay.
That was a tax thing too, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
They don't play.
They don't play around.
Play
The
when you owe
reality
taxes.
people get fucked over.
Yes.
The reality show people end up getting fucked over.
Well, they become famous and they're not rich.
And then they go, oh, I have to pay?
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Well, then they try to figure out a way to keep the ball rolling.
Well, because they also got famous kind of a scam, right? Reality TV is kind of a little bit of a scam. It's not like they worked on a craft, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a scam. So they're like, let's apply that to everything in my life.
Yeah.
Let's apply that to every single thing ever.
And they got through, right? They actually made it on television.
Right.
So it becomes this like, they made the shiny, they touched the ring. They were right there.
They were there. They were close.
And then they got to figure out how to get on it.
Yeah.
And then maybe the real thing is like start their own.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Come up with their own concept.
It's the reality show economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a bunch of those guys that went from one show to the next. They did like a ton
And then every now and then did like that bitch from the New York Housewives did that skinny girl margarita and made like 20-30 million bucks.
Right.
So every now and then someone will like bank. They'll like hit it.
And the Beverly Hills lady who owns the restaurant.
She was rich forever.
Right.
She was rich forever.
She was already rich.
Already rich.
Yeah.
Those restaurants suck, by the way.
Those just watching those ladies turn on each other and like, why is that so interesting to people?
Well, it's interesting because it's voyeurism, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
it's fascinating.
It's fascinating. People are like, that the first season of that Real Housewives of Orange County was actually a real good primer on the mortgage crisis because you saw like these people with these multiple houses, multiple cars. Like one guy worked at the title company, one woman was a realtor, one woman was dating a mortgage guy, and you saw how like Southern California, Irvine, California, where a lot of those companies started, a lot of those housewives lived in that area and were making money in that sector of the economy that was about to collapse. And then when it collapsed, you saw them go broke. Like some of those people went broke, and like that became interesting to people, like watching people ride high and then go low and try to like even out again. It was, you know,
when people have to downsize.
People had to downsize.
People like when watching people get humbled.
They like watching people get humbled for sure.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just, it's fascinating to watch the waves of, money's interesting because what it does not make you happy. It can make you happier. It can alleviate the pressure on you.
Yes.
But it doesn't fill your soul, right? It's not a soulful thing per se. But it is interesting watching it affect people, like watching wealthy people. There's there's very few reality shows about poor people. You know, it's usually about watching rich people.
Really?
Yeah. How many reality shows are about poor people? Teen Mom, Cops, not a million.
Swamp people.
Yeah, but are they even poor? Are they poor or are they just swampy? Because like Duck Dynasty guys are rich.
Those guys already were rich.
They're rich.
Because they had duck calls.
They're just a different kind of rich.
Yeah.
They're a different culture,
They're
but it's
country millionaires.
Yeah.
Hoarders.
Hoarders is poor.
Hoarders is poor.
Hoarders is poor.
Hoarders is poor.